George, what a crazy year this has been. This has got to be, I was thinking, possibly one of the most high-profile job interviews that anyone could ever have undertaken, certainly of your life. How are you feeling right now? How are the nerves?
I'm feeling good, to be honest. I'm feeling pretty relaxed. You know, I spent a lot of time with the guys when I was here as test driver, reserve driver. It's like my second family, and it feels nice to be here again with everybody. So, like I said, I'm relaxed, I'm chilled, I'm in a fantastic opportunity and in many ways sort of nothing to lose.
Tell me how you found out the news.
Well, I just popped to the bathroom at 2 a.m. in the morning. Obviously we're on an offset time table here, and I get a phone call from Toto, and he goes, well, first thing he said is, are you in the bathroom? I said, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm in the bathroom. And he said, unfortunately, Lewis has COVID, he's feeling well, he's feeling fine, but we'd like you to drive. It's like, okay, and that was it. So I went back to bed, obviously didn't have a great night's sleep.
I was going to say, did you sleep?
I did, not a lot, to be honest, and just really anxious because it was completely out of my hands by that point. It was down to Toto, Simon, Doralton from Williams to find an agreement, find a compromise between all. So, you know, I spent all day, it was a lot of phone calls back and forth. I counted yesterday, I had 64 phone calls on Tuesday. So yeah, it was a crazy 24 hours.
Obviously sorry for Lewis, and you know he's gutted. He said he's absolutely devastated he can't do or take part in this race. Have you managed to speak to him?
No, I've not managed to speak to him yet. I sent him a message, you know, wishing him well. He's obviously in isolation. And, you know, there's no doubt this is not the way I imagined to get my opportunity with this team. So there is, you know, mixed feelings because it's, like I say, it's not the way I envisioned it. But you know, the most important thing is he's feeling well, and yeah, I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Absolutely. But this, right? Let's move it back onto yourself, because there's so much I want to ask you. This is the golden ticket, right? This is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory stuff, isn't it? I know you've been, you know, you've got a lot of close friends up and down the paddock you've grown up racing with. You see Alex in a Red Bull, you see Lando in the McLaren, both in better cars than you've been in this year. And now, of course, you're getting into the Mercedes, the one that everyone wants to get into. Have you spoken to them?
Yeah, I mean, I've had so many messages, to be fair, from everybody up and down the grid. Probably half of the grid messaged me, all wishing me well, and I think they all you know, want me to do well because of what we've endured over the last 18 months. But yeah, it's a strange position to find myself in. But obviously, you know, I need to wait and see how I get on, because, for example, if I were to have another driver come into a Williams car midway through the season, you know, I've been in that car for a year and a half. I know the team, I know the setup. I will be comfortable and confident, and those guys would struggle to come in, being my teammate, because I've had that chance to understand everything in a Williams car. Obviously, Valtteri's been at Mercedes now for 4 or 5 years. You know, I'm not expecting to come in and be right on the pace straight away. It's a new seat, different car, different things to learn, and it will take a bit of time just to get used to everything. But obviously, I expect to be a bit quicker than what I was previously, and hopefully fighting at the top end of the grid.
Oh, you must set yourself some expectations, though. I mean, you're coming into this environment, you know it so well, you've been around. It's like the young boy coming home kind of thing, as far as your Mercedes career is concerned. But you know, what's your benchmark for Saturday? What's your benchmark for Sunday? You are Mr. Saturday. Pole must be on your mind.
No, in all honesty, not. I think it's just taking it step by step. Friday, learning as much as I can. It's going to be different. You know, normally Friday is all about preparing for Saturday. This Friday it's all about learning everything, ready for Saturday, ready for Sunday. Get a view how I'm getting on against Valtteri. Try and learn from him, and just see where I am. Like I say, I'm coming in with no expectations, and from Mercedes, they have no expectations either from me. They said, you know, we're not expecting you to be on the pace straight away because it's a tall order. And you know, I'm going up against Valtteri. Like I said, he's been in a Mercedes for 4 years, been in this exact car for, this is the 16th race now, within 4 months or 3 months. And you just get in that groove, you get in that rhythm. So it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to come in, and it's not going to be it's not going to be easy. So, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. You've done about 6,000 kilometres of testing, haven't you, for Mercedes? What was the last time you were in for the Abu Dhabi test? That was in the W10, right, at the end of last year?
Yeah, 2019 car. So, I've drove a number of Mercedes. I think this will be my 6th or 7th different Mercedes now, which seems pretty surreal in itself, to be honest. You know, I've done so many days testing with the team, so many races, you know, as reserve driver with them. I know everybody well, and that's why it feels nice, and yeah, it makes things a bit easier.
Well, so what are you anticipating being different? I mean, no disrespect to Williams, but obviously they've been the slowest car this year. You're going from that to the fastest car, fastest F1 car there's ever been. Right? That, you know, for anyone, those adjustments are going to take a little bit of time. But specifically, what are you anticipating being the biggest issues to get your heads around?
I think, firstly, getting comfortable in the car. It's a very different cockpit. You know, that car has been designed over the years around Michael Schumacher, Nico Rosberg, Valtteri, Lewis, all of which who are not the tallest of drivers. You know, they're all 5'7", 5'8". Yeah. I'm coming in at 6'2". It's quite a squeeze. And the other thing is my feet. I've got size 11 and a half feet, which is too big for the car. So I'm having to wear smaller shoes, squeeze my feet in just to be able to drive. So being comfortable is one thing. Getting to know all of the systems, all of the buttons on the steering wheel, procedures when they say, right, we're going to do this and that. I need to know how to do it. We've managed to change a number of things around on the steering wheel to make it feel more natural to what I was used to at Williams, but there's a lot of information to take in. There's a hell of a lot of information. It's trying to unlearn what I know and relearn new things, and in the space of 2 days, it's got tall order.
And what are the team, what are Mercedes? I mean, as I said, you know a lot of these guys. James Vowles has almost been a mentor, hasn't he, coming through the young driver program? Has he made you feel comfortable? Have they got a timetable for you just to make things as easy as possible?
Yeah, well, you're only one of 2 interviews today.
Is that right? I'm blessed.
To make things a bit easier for me. But like I say, all of these guys, they've been incredibly great to me over all the years. You know, the first race I ever went to with Mercedes, they printed out an embarrassing photo of myself and Lewis sort of taking the mickey out of me. So that's I soon learned the personalities within, and it just feels nice to be back with these guys. And like I said, that makes things much easier.
I had a couple of photos on my phone. I was going to dig them out for you, but you know, no doubt will have seen them on social media, unless you've blacked that out for this weekend of you. I was almost like chasing Lewis in the paddock. And then there was another one at the MTC, I think.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you to get into what is obviously going to be a hero to use car?
Yeah, obviously, you know, Lewis is the greatest of all time statistically. In my opinion as well, I believe he is the most all-rounded best driver ever, I think. For me, having seen him up close as well, seeing how he drives, how he interacts with the team and everything. So stepping into his shoes, into his car that he won the World Championship in is obviously surreal, and it's, you know, the hardest shoes ever to fill, coming in, you know, in the penultimate race of the season. It's tricky. It is very tricky. So there's a lot of expectation from a number of people, media, fans, what have you. But, you know, blocking that out, just going to do my own thing, build up to it, go out there in FP1, don't try and set the world on fire, and just prepare and get ready for qualifying. And for me, Sunday is the main thing, focusing on for the race.
Okay. Where will the family be watching?
Well, obviously, my parents will be in their living room, and I guess brother and sister, respectively, in their own living rooms as well. So I think my parents are gutted not to be here. You know, they came to almost every single one of my races in the past. They've not been to a single one this year. They actually drove my helmet down that was sat on the top shelf in my bedroom down to one of the guys who was flying out on Wednesday. Turns out that helmet was no longer homologated or something, so I couldn't use it, but you know, they love that, just to be a part of this journey.
I just saw that. Where is it still here? It's gone. It's been wished away, but your helmet got turned around in in a day. The seat fit happened yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, it's all been a proper whirlwind.
The race suit as well. Race suit started on Tuesday evening in Italy, being flown out as we speak right now. Paint job was painted in a day. That usually takes, if they're in a hurry, usually takes 2 or 3 days minimum. So logistically, it's been a huge amount of work, effort to make this happen. So let's try and make the most of it.
I interviewed Fernando Alonso earlier this year, and he said that of all the young drivers, you were the one that are most impressed him this season. Are you going to take those sort of positive thoughts into this weekend and really believe in yourself? Because George, surely there's something within you that might think, I've got an opportunity here, an opportunity that no one really has had this sort of level of opportunity. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that if everything goes to plan, you can win this race on Sunday?
You've obviously got to believe. You've got to believe. I'm being given an incredible opportunity. But like I say, I'm not setting any targets. I'm just going to give it my all, as I've done always. Go out there, drive as quick as I can, come Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and what happens, happens. And like I say, I know it's going to be a tall order because I've not driven this car ever. I've not been in a Mercedes for a year, going up against Valtteri, who has pushed Lewis, especially on a Saturday, incredibly hard. Then when it comes to Sunday, getting off the line, I'm using Lewis's clutch paddles that are moulded to his hand, his fingers. I'm trying to learn how to use that and adapt. So there's so many things that I've got to try and adapt, learn, and get used to, ready for the days ahead. It's not going to be easy, but I'm giving it everything I got.
George, it's already a magnificent story. So we wish you the best on behalf of everybody and British Motorsport. We really do for Saturday and Sunday. Go well, yeah?
Thank you, Simon. Cheers.